Hello, good morning. I thought to share a little bit of the beautiful Los Angeles summer mornings with you and let it be known that it instantly gets to hot once the sun starts to creep out. So it's a bit short-lived. But today's topic, we're going to talk about change management. And I chose this because I think it's something that we all go through, either in little ways every day or in big ways at our workplaces or in our families. For me, the last 5 years or so, I've gone through two strategic restructures within the companies that I have worked at. And so from personal experience, I've seen what works well and what doesn't. And when I really try to think about it, there are three key contributing factors. And I hope that these three factors, if you're going through some sort of big change management or a strategic restructure, will help you manage this change, lead the change, or see if you're in the right organization and be able to help management do differently. So the three factors are intent, context, and patience. They're simple words, but mean so much when it comes to managing change. I think that when it comes to change, people always throw out the word communication, right? Communication, communication, communication. We just want more information. But I think it goes deeper than that. Just throwing a bunch of information at people doesn't necessarily make the change easier. I think what does make the change easier is if you come with the intent, the clear intent, meaning that you're telling everyone why, that you have shared that you have gone through different scenarios, that you have made different considerations, that you have included people to understand the options, and that the intent behind this change is a result of that information. Sometimes that intent isn't shared and just the results are shared, and so it comes as a bit of a shock. Closely related to that is context. A lot of folks are open to change, or they get excited about, yes, let's balance that budget. Let's get our company out of the red. Let's close that big deal, that largest that we've ever closed. Or, yay, let's celebrate that we've doubled our company or our sales. But the context in terms of how the change will impact this individual and their team and the future of the company, it's those details in between, that context where folks fear. That's the unknown that they fear. And I think sometimes as managers, just saying that here's what we know and here's what we don't know, or here's what we hope you will join us in helping us to discover. So that context, I think people try to gloss over it. They just want to celebrate that end goal. But the context is absolutely important for folks to feel like they know where they're headed and that the unknown is defined enough so that they feel that they haven't been forgotten, or that they could play a role in helping to clarify the direction. And finally, patience. So many managers that I've worked with in executive coaching get so frustrated with their teams. They get disappointed. They thought they had the right team, and then they make the change, the announcement, and folks just don't feel engaged, or they felt left out, or they felt wronged. And they get so frustrated that folks don't understand the bigger mission. But it requires patience. I mean, you as managers, you had weeks, months, maybe even years thinking about this potential growth, this potential change, or grappling with the realities of a budget that couldn't be balanced. I mean, you've had time to digest and make decisions. Your team has not. And so that sharing the intent, giving them some context, will allow them to process, and so you have to give them some patience. And for those of you who are going through change, know that sometimes managers forget that. They forget to share the intent and the context, but it's absolutely there. And so you need to have some patience too, and be open to asking them for that information. And I think where it really breaks down is when either party is not willing to share And again, sometimes there's information that you can't share, but just sharing that you can't share goes a long way instead of just being silent or giving each other the silent treatment. One other tip in this process is this is cyclical. Once you announce it, it's not done, right? Once you've exercised, oh, I've shared the intent, I've given them context, I'm going to exercise patience, you're not done. You have to keep checking in in some ways on a daily basis, right? How's it going? How is this impacting your daily work? Okay, let's think to next month. Let's put a meeting together to plan for next month, to plan for the next quarter. And maybe give them some leeway. Say, I'm thinking in 6 months you'll actually see a change, or a year, right? Let them know how quickly this change may manifest, and do regular check-ins. And throughout each of these phases, you're going to have to practice intent, context, and patience. So I hope that's helpful for you. It's been helpful for me as I work in all of these organizations, as well as I help coach and consult other organizations and companies. So don't be afraid of the change. You have some tools now, and feel free to reach out to me if you have any more questions. Have a great day.